we live in this together, is how do you make me feel? How do you make this place feel? See, it is the same thing as a roommate, as a dog, right? If it's a good situation, it is the best situation. If it's a bad situation, it is the bad situation, right? The wall don't change, and that is the thing. That is absolutely the thing. It's insane. See, you're seeing that with people that move a lot more so. People that move a lot are the biggest like sufferer of that. So people that move a lot being the biggest sufferer of that is very simple. Oh, I'm dealing with shit, I'm gonna move, right? Oh, I have to move for this work, right? And you actually realize that I didn't change as a person. The wall changed, but as a person, I'm the same. So what do you do? What do you do? You realize that a home isn't for wall. It's the person you are. See, if you're in control of yourself, which is a very weird thing to say, but if you're in control of your own life, or if you like being with yourself, then it doesn't matter with who you are. It doesn't matter. As long as you're having a positive situation, you're good. So, for example, right? That's actually a very good example. Think I'm better off alone. Will disappear. But when you're here, this is not a home. I think I'm. Think a person that is constantly with other people, and constantly needs to be around with other people. And you say, well, she's dependent or he's dependent of other people. You can't be alone. Now, technically speaking, right? The problem is in that person is the home in itself. So that is, I think it's safe to say that a majority of people, right, will consider their home or the place where they live as a sanctuary. No matter the bullshit that happened at work, no matter the bullshit that happened at school today, I'm gonna come home and this is my dojo, this is my sanctuary, this is my man cave, this is where I belong, right? For those people, they haven't necessarily learned that they need themselves. They need to be in control of their own emotion, because that is what's gonna make the house, the apartment, the little place that you have, the room that you have, the hotel room that you have, right, comfortable. It's not about the luxury or the non-luxury. It's about yourself. Take a person, right? Take a person that is working all the time and they all constantly have to use hotel rooms. Now, technically speaking, like, whoa, bro, you get luxury, you get your clothes clean, you get your mattress clean, you get free meals every single day, right? It's a beautiful life, but could you ever call, and I'm being honest, can you ever call a hotel room your home? No. Well, an apartment is kind of the same thing. An apartment is going to be modeled after you. You're going to be like, okay, well, I'm going to be in this apartment for a couple of years, for maybe 5, maybe 10 years, I don't know yet. I'm going to decorate it how I want it, right? Which is fantastic. However, I think it's very important to understand that you don't own the home, right? So once you don't own the home, what makes you call it home, right? And it's you. This is where I live. This is where I sleep. This is where I rest. This is my sanctuary. See, it would be safe to say, like, an homeless person, you can say, hey, I don't have a home. But if you're a homeless person for a while, if you talk to a new homeless person, say, where do you live? We'll say nowhere. And it's nuts. It's completely nuts, because if you talk, and you can check out interviews on YouTube. And if you talk to people that have been homeless for a long ass time, when you ask them where's your home, they'll say the city is my home, right? And it's not about the street being their home. They can sleep anywhere, it's gonna be their home. It's about themselves being in a good place enough to be like, you know what? They have 4 walls that used to be a home. These 4 walls that are possibly brick, possibly G-rock, are material. There's 4 walls in here. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is my home, right? So when Adam Gauthier and Tuesday Grace thinking about home, right? Think about his mind. And it's kind of nice because you have to listen to the song to understand that. For example, he says when you by the time you come home, I'm already home, right? And it's about him being unhappy where he is. Then the hard part about home isn't the fact that he is home and he doesn't feel good, or is it about the fact that, oh, you know what? I wish I was somewhere else. I really wish I was somewhere
Don't be
else.
nervous. Trust your training.
And I think that's the sad part. I think the sad part. See, from the very beginning, from the very, very, very beginning, I've been talking about how I truly truly believe that if you're okay with yourself, then no matter where you sleep, you'll be okay. See, when I was a kid, when I was very young, right? I wasn't able to sleep at other people's house. I couldn't sleep.
Ready to advance.
I was nervous. I was afraid. Now I can sleep at other people's house because I know that no matter where I am, I'm in here. I'm not out there. I'm in here, right? And if I'm in here, no matter where I sleep, no matter where I am, it doesn't change. See, this is one of the things that work taught me. So my biggest problem was I was working for an agency. In the agency, they would put me in a place for a month, 2 months, 3 months, 6 months, a year. It was never permanent. So when I had this last job, right, and that fucked me up. That really fucked me up, but that taught me so much. So in 7 years, I was in the same place. I mean, I was like, it doesn't matter what happened today. I have to deal with those people tomorrow, next week, next month, next year, right? Now, when I was hired in 2019, and the company closed in March 2024. 2019, there was no talk about the company closing. There was no talk about it. It's like, okay, well, I'm going to be here for the next 10 years, for the next 20 years, I don't know. But when you understand that, and it's kind of cool because the workplace, when you've been there for a while, when you've been there for years, I think after the first couple of years, after that, it becomes an automatic. This workplace is your second home. I will always remember, we had my boys, the Filipino, and one of the guys brought, there was this new brand, and I had them to, give me a sec.
Who needs healing? Come over. Always so focused on the ground. But have you forgotten to look above? Take that.
These are arguably the best sunflower seed on the market. They're a good brand, they're a small brand, but the number of flavors they have and the quality of them, unbelievable. You have churros, you have garlic parmesan, you have cracked pepper, you have barbecue, you have normal, you have I think that's it. And you have no, I already said that. Well, you kind of get it. You get it. Can you guys see the arknight? You can see the arknight. Cool. So, and it was a newish product, right? And the boys, they fell in love with it. The problem was, which kind of sucks, that they're not boys. I love the boys, but can't agree with that. I can't agree with that. They were eating the seed and then leaving the the shell on the floor. And the boss got really mad and said, "Hey, this is your home. Would you do that home? Why are you doing this here? This is your home." And it was kind of nice because yes, it felt like home because I was there for 7 years, right? It felt like home, but it is only nice when everybody else feels like it's home. If you're the only guy that thinks that work is home, then you're weird. If everybody feels like it's home, then you live with people. Now, technically speaking, the duality of the home was crazy. Even as a kid, if your parents are divorced, right? You live at your mom's house for a week, you can live at your your dad's house for a week. You got two homes, right? How does that work? How does that work? You don't have two homes. You can't have two homes, right? How does that work? Okay, we're done. Let's do it again. Oh, I think I'm better off alone. This house is not our. So how does it work? And then the home, it was weird because at home I was very, not necessarily lonely, but I was very in my space, very solitary. And at work I was dealing with people. Sometimes it was a great thing, sometimes it was a bad thing.
I'll run you through.
And home, once again, isn't about the walls, it's about who you live with, it's about how those people affect you. See, no matter, and this is a crazy thing. This is what I was wrong about. This very video. No matter how happy, no matter how nice you feel, no matter how good your mental feels, no matter how much you can be on your own and be like, you know what? Doesn't matter if I'm alone, I'll be okay. Doesn't matter if I'm alone, I'll be in a position where I can just chill, right? And that's very easy. Being alone with yourself is one of the easiest thing ever. After a while, it's easy. But if you had a person that constantly ruins that environment for you, then this home becomes a toxic place. Now, the important part of this is your home, once again, is supposed to be your the place, your sanctuary. You don't have a sanctuary, what do you do? So beautiful song by the boys. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I love you guys. Take it easy. Gotta go to the bathroom. Peace. To the